Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sports Dynasty NFL. My name is Trevor, and this is Juan. We hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving weekend. I know I did. It was food delicious. A lot of yelling and screaming too, but for the most part, it was a very, very entertaining and good weekend.
It was really good. It was for Thanksgiving Day itself. Was one of the best Thanksgiving
Yes,
slates that we've had in a long time.
Yes, all three games competitive. All three games
Kinda.
Kinda.
Because the Giants didn't. Their injuries caught up to them in the second half, so they couldn't
But
fight anymore.
So
The
basically,
first half was good though.
For out of 12 quarters, 10 of the 12 all those the games were magnificent. Heart throbbing, a lot of emotions going on.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, heartbreaking. But before we do that, make sure you like, share, and subscribe like you always do. Join the Facebook group, be a part of the conversation. Let's get on to this very briefly. The Thanksgiving games.
Yeah, because it's Tuesday, so I'm sure you're tired of talking about this already. So we're gonna go through these very quick, less than 5 minutes, maybe even less than 3. Bills, Lions, Bills steal. I will go as far as to say steal the game against the Lions, 28-25. Want a little bit more information on this? You check out the AFC Shakedown episode that just passed by. It was just Tommy and I. Everybody else was doing their own thing. His job played him out, and he couldn't make the recording that on Saturday. He really good face. He really tight. So yeah. So you want more information on that game? From our take is that this Bills team is in shambles right now. Josh Allen's arm is broken. There's no question. But it's just so broken for him to throw that absolutely magnificent dime to Stephon Diggs at his last drive that ate up 40 yards and basically set up the game-winning field goal because Jared Goff doesn't know how to throw football. So
also in that fourth quarter for the Lions, that's one of the worst time management calls by Dan Campbell I've ever seen. He cost them.
They played scared.
Yeah, they did.
They could have scored a touchdown, and they did not go for a touchdown.
No.
And then they almost did score a touchdown by Jared Goff overthrew DJ Chark. But I agree, the play calling was absolutely horrific to set up. So I guess they deserve what happened to them at the end because they're the Lions. That's what happens. But it was to me, out of all the games, it was the easiest cover for the week. Lions covering was the easiest. We called that easy. Giants, Cowboys. It took a half, and the score doesn't say it, but Cowboys handled their business pretty easily in the second half of that game, winning 28-20. Anybody who had Dallas covering, you're real upset. But we also had the Giants covering barely, and they did cover barely out of this game. Half of the Giants defense and company was not playing the game, so they really realistically had no shot. But at least they really held their own the first half. And a lot of their mistakes were self-inflicted. They should have been winning by more, actually, in the first half. They're winning by what, 3?
Yeah.
Something like that?
10-7, yeah.
10-7. They should have had 17 at the very least. They should have way more points than they did. A lot of stupid penalties come bringing drives back. They were like freaking Slayton was mossing people.
Which is crazy because you very rarely get a Slayton game where he takes over the game where that, because a lot of times he's dropping the balls, whatever. But he really was good in this game.
Head top catch.
Yeah,
bro.
that was crazy. But it says, as we said before, the injuries caught up to them. Their lack of receiving a receiver trying to help out spread the field out, even though Slayton played well. Come on, I don't think this happen every single week. And then you have Washington next week. The schedule gets harder from here. I don't know. I think that they peaked. I think they peaked.
It's time for them to come back down to earth.
Down to earth, and we'll see where we go from there. But again, it's a good season for them. They'll take this over any season they had in the last 2 years.
100%. For Dallas, looking good.
Business as usual. The defense, one of the best defenses in the league. Business as usual.
Yeah, Michael Parsons. Business as usual. That's basically what we got nothing to say about that. On New England, fought hard but did not come out against Minnesota. Minnesota had a great fourth quarter to end it with a lot of ref help. Sorry.
Yeah.
33-26. The score probably should have been 30-30, but it should not probably. It should have been 30-30.
It should have been.
But whatever. Again, you want full context of this from me, you go to the AFC East Shakedown episode on Saturday. The only reason why we're speeding through this is because it's Tuesday. You've already heard it all. You already know it is what it is. We have a whole bunch of other slates to go through from all the games that happen on Sunday and Monday-ish. So we'll talk about New England, this is the most undisciplined New England team I've ever seen. That is the biggest reason why they lost this game. Penalties and bad times, and could not score in the fourth quarter. As great as Mac Jones was, this is the best game he played in the season by a country mile. He was good in the Jets game.
Yeah, he was.
So aggressive. He was amazing in this game. But you got to finish, and he did not finish. It's that simple. Patriots pass rush went to sleep, did not show up. Only got one sack, a little bit of pressure, only from Dietrich Wise. But like I said, in that episode, I talked about AFC Shakedown. I gave the credit a lot to the Vikings coaching for really coaching their offensive line to really help keep Kirk Cousins clean. And unfortunately, primetime Kirk Cousins was not primetime Kirk Cousins. Bullcrap. That's a fan. It is what it is. Whatever. 5 minutes, beat it in 4. Done. Thanksgiving finished. Now, you're right. We actually went through something fast for once. Now, let's speed through some of the games that don't matter. For example, the Dolphins and Texans. So, Tyron Smith got hurt for the 86,000th time in his career. That's why the score wasn't 57-0. They took out Tua like the third quarter.
I mean, why not?
Something like that, because they didn't want him to die. So they
why not? Well, of course.
Yeah. So that's why the Texans almost covered their spread. Very close. But that's it. To be honest, I don't even understand why Kyle Allen was playing. I don't understand. It makes no logical sense to me. Never understand it. Whatever. Because this is totally Davis Mills' fault. But whatever. Broncos and Panthers. So the Panthers beat the ever-loving shit out of the Broncos.
Disgrace.
I'm pretty sure the defense finally decided to pack it in for the season. I think we got to that point now.
They did.
Because there's no way you're allowing 23 points to Sam Darnold. I'm sorry.
What a disgrace.
Yeah.
This offense is so disgraceful to the point where I was talking about it. You see Mike Purcell yelling at Russell Wilson, which they said that all was not the big deal. I don't know about y'all, but I know what I saw. He looked very upset and pointing at his bum ass quarterback, because that's exactly what he is. Russell Wilson is a bum.
Yeah.
He's playing like a bum because he's better than me. But
no, the fuck does that mean? Are you getting paid $1 million too? So he's a bum. Stop.
He's a bum.
Fuck out of here.
And it's just so bad. You let this man. First of all, Sam Darnold literally played just because they told him. Sorry about that.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot to touch it. My bad.
Nah, we were in a rush.
Yeah, no problem.
No, you good? Continue.
Anyway, so Sam Darnold even he played okay.
He was good. He was all right.
It wasn't like, oh, just don't mess up, because he realized he messes up.
Basically.
So, and then it's like you took what the defense gave you, a little small, and he scored a touchdown. He managed to score a touchdown. His first game starting the season. Russell Wilson, did you do anything yesterday?
No,
you didn't. No. It's disgrace. And then the worst is that the defense they play so well. They're just tired of the shit. And then for what? Y'all losing games. And they forgot. It doesn't even matter if you're bad, because you're going to first round pick for the next 2 years. So you got screwed. Dumbass.
This is one of the worst seasons I've ever seen for a team.
Yeah, it
mind you, they have 3 wins or 2. That's 3, right?
3 wins.
But this is one of the worst seasons I've ever seen. Mind you, we've seen all like winless seasons, and I feel like this is worse than some of those seasons.
Deshaun Kaiser didn't play as bad. He was terrible, but he didn't play as bad as. The Browns scored points in those seasons. They scored points, more than 16 points.
That's what I'm saying. It's bad, dude. This is bad.
There was a stat that I found unbelievable. The Broncos have recovered 2 onside kicks this season, which is more than the Broncos' touchdown average a game.
I think that's what we'll end this segment.
Yes. Horrific.
I don't even know that. Yeah, we're done here. That has to be the short. If I make it, that has to be it. Rams and Chiefs. Chiefs just decided to play backyard. They didn't give a rat's ass in this game, 26-10, because there was nothing that the Rams offense was going to do in this game, no matter what the Chiefs tried to do. And Mahomes definitely was trying to throw the game away because he didn't give a rat's ass. Because Mahomes has played perfect, clean football for the majority of the season. This was the first time all season he looked like the old Mahomes that I hated. They didn't care, dude. Like, there's nothing that the Rams could do. So I don't even know who the quarterback was.
It's Penny Perkins.
I don't know what that is, and I don't give a rat's ass either. Next, Saints and 49ers. So I love how we get bad Saints and bad 49ers at the same time. Because I don't understand how this team only had 13 points. Like the Saints defense is never something to snooze at. But how they got 13 points? And why did they win by 13? They accidentally covered their spread. The spread was like 8 or 9. That was big.
They covered their spread, but I even without even trying.
I don't understand the Saints team, but I'll bet you money they're gonna whip Tampa Bay's ass on Monday. I'll bet.
They probably are.
Because you never get a bad Saints stretch. It's always up and down. So you're gonna get good Saints on Monday, and they're gonna whip Tampa's ass.
They're at home, right?
I want to. I'll tell you right now.
I think they're in New Orleans.
They're in Tampa.
Oh,
they're in Tampa. So I don't care where they are. They're gonna smack them. I'm very sure of it. But anything else that's garbage that we gotta come over that we can start talking?
The Steelers and the Colts, of course.
Oh, I didn't see a look at that game. So I have no idea what happened.
Oh, well.
Did you? I didn't.
No, for the most part, Kenny Pickett played well, and the Steelers had control of this entire game. They literally was like the Colts did. First of all, the fact that they didn't flex this game out, which they could flex this game out for what, but it was pretty bad.
You could flex out money in that games?
Yeah, now you can. Now you
can. So that was only Sundays.
Yeah, now you can. But the Pittsburgh Steelers had control of the game. They won. They actually won the game. Jesus Christ.
Like, he's just a fuck up, huh?
I just forgot that when his alarm goes off. I usually supposed to be waking up by now. God damn it.
Nah, I don't really care to be right now. I want to eat. My breakfast is staring at me right across. Today's a bad day. So that's why we're trying to hurry up so we could talk about the games that are actually worth talking about.
Yes.
I think I should be starting now. The Chargers game, I guess I just got me mad because the Cardinals control most of this game. And Cardinals do Cardinal things. No. And then Brandon Staley finally was aggressive the correct way and went for 2. And I actually agree with the call.
I agree with it too. I was telling myself, you know what? This can't possibly. Hey, what possibly can do? I thought it made sense. And if it would have failed, then I'm like, hey, let the Cardinals beat you. Which again, I think he was probably guessing because he's stupid too. He's probably guessing if I fuck this up, if I screw this up, okay. Is Kyler Murray going to be? I'm a Kyler Murray to try to beat us. Kyler Murray and the McCarthy try to beat us. Can't you try to beat us? We'll wait and see. And obviously, as you can see, they didn't.
So I think after the game, Kyler Murray's little press conference, I think it's probably safe to say that Cliff Kingsbury will not be a Cardinals coach next year.
I agree. Him in the GM too.
Yeah, I think they're done because Kyler really threw Cliff Kingsbury under the bus. Literally.
I want to ask the Bidwell family.
Schematic, we're fucked.
I want to ask the Bidwell family a question. And Coach Tulio would agree with me. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to this guy. You gave a man who failed in college an NFL contract, right? Gave him the reins to your franchise, right? He has underachieved every single year he's been here. Every single year. They have one hot start. One hot start. They went with 9-0, and then they flame out in the last 8 games. They flame out, and then they get not only did they make a playoff appearance, they were embarrassed. They were embarrassed by the Rams. And you thought, oh well, the playoff appearance was good enough. We'll give you extension.
That was funny. We all laughed.
We laughed. We said it was stupid. And now that you pay Kyler Murray, which he forced you to pay him because he forced you to pay him. Now, because your $240 million man is telling you, yeah, the coach got to go. Now you got to go. This is why the Cardinals will forever be in purgatory. Purgatory, because you'll never win shit. No. Horrible.
They are garbage. I forgot about the Jets game. We can go through that real quick, too. Everybody's going to praise Mike White. I don't understand why, to be 100%. Because I watched a lot of this game. I don't understand the point of it.
I think Jeff fans were just happy
that it wasn't Zach Wilson.
It wasn't Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna be real with you.
Because
Zach Wilson would have still won this game with the Jets.
Of course,
because the Bears are just awful. You know what's really bad? That Nathan Peterman was gonna be elevated as a starter, and even at 30%, Trevor Siemian, they was like, nah, Trevor Siemian, 50%. Get in there, because Nathan Peterman is so bad.
So then, why is he in the league?
I posted that in the group. I said, yo, how's he in the league?
Why is he in the league? If you rather have somebody else who's 1% ready to play, then why is he in the league? Why are you paying this man? He doesn't deserve the money. I don't get it. What does he offer that you have to pay him a 6-figure salary if he's never going to be good enough to step in the field?
I don't think he's going to step. No, I'm not going there. It was just stupid. It was stupid.
I understand.
Even though the Jet defense did fall asleep. They fall asleep for a lot part of the game. They probably said, "Oh, screw it, missing tackles, stuff like that. Let's screw it." Let me sit
They're also getting mossed too.
Yeah, they were. They were really
Both
bad.
corners got mossed by guys named Pringle and Chase Claypool. That was on the first half though. After that, it was Clamp City. They're like, nah, we're done with this. Stop it. And they did exactly what everybody thought they were going to do: beat the hell out of the Bears. Whether Justin Fields was there or not, they're going to do the same thing, in my opinion. So it made no difference to me. I'm just happy that the Bears actually sat him down. I'm proud of them for that.
They have a big game next week against Minnesota, which I think, honestly speaking, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that. I know Zach Wilson was bad in the Patriot game. He was terrible. He was not bad. His bad being too nice. He was awful. It was disgusting. I don't think they should have sat him down yet.
I don't think. I thank you. I'm not the only one. I don't think they shouldn't. This would have been a get right game. Yes. He would have played okay in this game because the Bears' defense is negative, and then against Minnesota, whose defense is not as good. That's the thing. The thing that no one, even though he's been shit all year. Don't get me wrong, but he's never looked as bad as against the New England Patriots defense. All 3 times he's played, he looked like a Pop Warner quarterback all 3 times. So I guess everybody else, he looks either much better or serviceable. He was going to play good enough in this game. No, 100%.
There was no way possible he was going to be worse than he was in New England against this Chicago defense.
That's what I'm saying.
If he did,
then he gets cut.
Then he has to go. But my worry is that, yes, everyone's on the Mike White train, which, again, I'm happy for him. Good for him.
Because we didn't do this last year. And what happened to the game after? Indianapolis beat the shit out of him because he's not good. This is going to happen again. You know that, right?
I feel bad because Minnesota's going to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, so, no. He's not a good quarterback. He's fun to make fun of, but he's not a good quarterback. All he was doing was taking easy shit, what Zach Wilson refuses to fucking do. But all he was doing against Chicago was he's doing the easy shit, and Garrett Wilson was doing all the fucking work. That's all that was happening. So he did not play well. He just didn't fuck up.
I think Jeff.
Even though he tried.
I think Jeff fans were happy to see the Jets score, offense go crazy. I'm like, yeah.
You know what's funny? With Zach Wilson, they scored 40, right? It happened.
He didn't do much.
He didn't do anything. Just like Mike White didn't do nothing either.
300 yards.
Oh my god! Because he threw right there, and then the receiver ran the other 80 yards, right?
No, I'm just saying.
Jesus Lord!
I'm just saying
use your eyes, people. Use your eyes.
I'm just saying that the fact that it makes sense, but I feel that this, to me, this was more of an organizational type of move where they say, all right, fine, we got to do something, but they can justify, all right, fine. I feel like they don't want to get rid of Zach Wilson just yet.
No, they don't.
They don't
want to give up on him yet, but he does need to sit. It's like you're getting punished, like you're in trouble, like your parents. Probably was never happened to him before, but that's probably exactly what it was. You need to go think about what you did and go on timeout. Like that's basically what they did to him in this game. But I think that was a mistake. I think this was the get right game for him.
Yes,
because it was the worst defense you played probably all year. But
they're gonna play a decent team this week, and I think and then what's gonna happen then after Mike White and that? I'll be surprised if they either win this game or they make it competitive. I don't think there's gonna be much of a game, honestly. I think Mike White's gonna make a lot of mistakes in the first half.
That's what is gonna happen
too. It's to the point where they're in a hole where they can't come back from. And what are gonna do then? Put Zach Wilson back in the game, and after that,
exactly what they're gonna do.
So like last year, Justify said, "Oh well, we put him in, and he's not that good, so Zach Wilson, here you go." So what does that say about LaFleur? What does it say about him? Because you do realize that, yeah, even though he's young, he's a young coordinator. Your job is to develop, right? Your job is to develop, and if you're not developing your quarterbacks, why are you there? I don't know. That's just my take.
No, I feel it. That's what's gonna happen. I can't wait to talk about this next week. I'm excited. Falcons Commanders. This went. I think I called this game exactly how it was going to go last week. That Washington defense did what they did. They plugged up Atlanta. They went and did what I said they were going to do. I'm in Atlanta for like 120 as a team, 167. It's not that bad, but they ain't know what they didn't do. Let them get in the end zone. And my boy Jonathan Allen with the game-winning smack to an interception. It doesn't help when Atlanta does penalties to lose the game like the Patriots did. Running into the kicker.
And even after all that, they're only just a game and a half out of first place because the NFC shit. I'm sorry, I said it correctly. NFC shit is.
Yeah, let's get to that right now because we didn't talk about the Washington game. Whatever.
Yeah.
So Buccaneers, I feel like the Buccaneers were up 7 points for 3 hours, and then I blinked and then they weren't. What the fuck is wrong with? We know what's wrong with this Buccaneers offense, but just watching it because we haven't watched Buccaneers games in a while. Just watching this Buccaneers offense, mind you, this is Cleveland. This is the Cleveland defense, who is one of the, if not the worst defense in the NFL, and they somehow clamped Tampa to 17 points.
They took them to overtime too,
and took them to overtime, and clamped them there too, and then let Nick Chubb run for a game-winning touchdown. This Buccaneers team is so screwed. So all the shit about, Buccaneers and Packers trying to come back up, yeah, it's all a farce by the media, bro. These teams suck. Both of them, they're bad. That's it. Their play calling is bad. I will be shocked if these coaches are here on Tampa next year. Apparently, Bruce Arians knew what the hell he was doing these last 2 seasons up because they were never this bad on the Bruce Arians on offense. These coaches are sorry. It's real bad.
And I'm glad you mentioned the coaches, honestly. Byron Leftwich.
Yeah, because Tom Brady wasn't good either, by the way. This is his worst game of the season, in my opinion. He was bad. He was missing throws. He had Mike Evans deep open like 2-3 times, missed them all 3 times. It was bad. But still, the play calling, my lord. Continue. Byron
Leftwich. Now, we already know we got for Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is not a head coach. He's just a defensive coordinator, a good defensive coordinator. That's what he is.
I can't believe, I'm sorry, that he was about to get a job with Jacksonville. They almost screwed up.
I was about to go there.
My bad.
I was about to go there, yes.
My bad.
Byron Leftwich was going to get a job with Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm not going to lie, I can't believe I'm saying this, but what a bullet day dodge for that one.
Yeah.
Because he's awful. He's all. His play calling is bad. Now I'm gonna ask the question: is that was the play calling the offense moving the way? Because I said Bruce Arians is a really good offensive mind. So was it more of him, his input calling plays, and Byron Leftwich, just here doing? I mean, obviously he got caught interest from them. When you have Tom Brady and you have Bruce Arians there.
Well, I'm gonna say the answer is yes. It was Bruce Arians and Tom Brady when he's not divorced. Yes, that's the answer. Byron Leftwich don't know what the hell he's doing. That's the answer. It was Bruce Arians and Tom Brady.
So for the once, the Jaguars did something good. It's a good look for us. Also,
they also did something good too. They won.
They won too. And
in one of the more ballsy ways too. It was actually a really that last drive from Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, we're moving on. That last, because there's nothing to say about Cleveland. They're gonna be a different team next week. They're getting Deshaun Watson back. So that last drive from Trevor Lawrence was every Trevor Lawrence apologist and ball cupper, because I don't understand why people love him so much. That's why they love him so much, because that drive was absolutely masterful. And that throw to Marvin Jones, that touchdown, was absolutely masterful. It was insane. I'm like, oh, that's why they like him. I mean, this is the first time he did it. So I am still on the camp of he ain't shit. But that was amazing. And Baltimore, this is the 4th or 5th time that they blew another 10-plus point lead. The 4th time this season. I don't like this team anymore. This literally 4 times. This should not happen once, let alone 4 times in the season.
Imagine, we like John Harbaugh. We like him a lot.
Because I want to talk about, because their personnel is pretty bad. Like, they have no receivers, like literally.
They do.
But if you are capable of going up by double digits, then you should be able to keep it. Especially a team like this who's supposed to be able to run the football with precision. They have not been doing that all season. When your running backs fumble like Gus Edwards, doesn't help. But if you are able to be up by that much, you will think that this team, out of all teams outside of maybe San Francisco, should be able to keep the lead because you run the football so well. But they have not been doing that either. Therefore, this team is actually a lot worse than people think. And the Bengals are coming for you.
They might catch up to them.
They already have the same record. We're just waiting. They don't play, I think, until a while, though. It may be the last game of the season, actually, they play.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
yes,
so...
it is.
But it doesn't mean that they're going to have the same record. So the Bengals are coming for you. and they're about to take their division back because this Ravens team ain't no bueno, bro. So they're in the predicament. I'm pretty sure they're gonna pay it, but
of course they're gonna pay.
They're a predicament.
They'd be stupid not to.
I agree.
They'd be stupid not to. Now, because since Deshaun Watson reset the quarterback market.
You mean Cleveland reset the
quarterback? Yeah, Cleveland's dumbasses did that. You have to pay him. You have to pay him near or close to it. You have to, because there's no way he's gonna go for that. There's no way, and I'm pretty sure the players didn't want to go for that shit either. They're like, nah, we're not doing this. You're not doing this. So enough of that. I just like how, like I said, Doug Peterson, like I said, Super Bowl winning coach, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel for Jacksonville. You can see it. You can see it. It's like literally night and day. They're competitive. Listen, every single game they're in there, they're competitive. They've been in every single game, so you can tell there is something there. I like when you have teams that they're not nothing to play for. They're nothing to play for, but just ballsy moves like that. Saying screw it. What is it gonna make? We're gonna lose anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you go with worse, it works. It doesn't. It doesn't. Who cares? So I want to give a shout out to Doug Peterson because that was really, really cool. And
it was great, and the play was great too. They had Zay Jones great on that out route on the left side. It was great.
Yeah, but it was a great play. Ballsy, and hey, take a win how you take it. But yeah, for Baltimore, this was something that at a certain point you got yourself, all right. Me personally, I wasn't on them anyway. I feel that they'll probably win a playoff game and that's it. If they get come on, they'll get there. Don't do that. They'll get there. Anyway, hold on, just checking the standings.
Well, their schedule is easy, I think, going through it. But just because it's easy doesn't mean it's guaranteed for them. As of right now, if they were, let's say them and Cincy flipped, they will be the 6th seed right now on the same record as the New York Jets, who they beat, right? Yes. They won. They beat them. Didn't they beat basically everybody but Buffalo?
Yes.
No, and Miami. That was the big choke.
And Miami, yeah.
They beat New England Jets at 2-2. Okay. They will be only a game behind the Chargers and New England. And I'm gonna pull up Baltimore. I know we're wasting more time even though we want to leave. I'm pull up the Ravens schedule. Why is Ravens? Oh, that's a hold. Really quickly. That's what they have remaining, and it is. They have Denver. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
They have Pittsburgh, who they already beat them, right? Or they lose them?
They beat them.
They didn't play them yet. This is the first time. So they got 2 Pittsburgh games. They have Cleveland with Deshaun Watson. We'll see how that goes. Atlanta, not easy. And then, like we said, week 18 is Cincy. If you can trust Baltimore, they would win at least they would win at least 4 out of the 6 that are left. But do you trust them? The team who has blown the most big quarter leads by far this season. Do you trust them? I don't. So are we sure that they're going to win a lot of these games? Because I am definitely calling a split from the Pittsburgh because we're going to take one. They are going to lose to Cincinnati because then they're going to get swept by them. So that's 2 losses right there. Cleveland with Deshaun and Atlanta is not easy. I'm just saying.
The game I think that they'll blow, I'm not going to lie to you, Atlanta. They'll probably blow that game.
That's what I'm saying.
Which,
if they go 3-3, that's 10-7.
10-7, which
you're on line with the Patriots. You're on line with the Chargers.
Which they'll probably get in,
and maybe the Jets.
Which they'll sneak in. If that's the case, if that's the scenario where they're 10-7.
If they go 3-3.
No, I'm saying if they go 3-3, which I think they will. They'll go 10-7, 11-10-7. They're gonna get in. They'll sneak in, barely get in because the tiebreakers of all of them. But
my point is, I don't think it's guaranteed they go in the postseason. That's my point. I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying they not. All I'm saying is I don't think it's guaranteed. And speaking of the team who's going to whip their ass in week 18, the Bengals, this might be the game that propels them to finish the season very strong and basically do exactly what the hell they did last year and go on this December run. Because this game, they showed how tough they were. Burrow showed how, even though it's obvious how wonderful Burrows is, but he showed how wonderful he was doing this with only one guy. Oh, and T. Higgins pretty much showed that he is a capable #1 receiver in this league. I think he might have cleared that by now because he's been great the last 4 weeks since Jamar Chase has been gone. They've basically won out when he wasn't there. Outside of Cleveland, it's the only game. Yeah, this team is pretty good. Tennessee's case. Damn. Hard fought. They Bengals did a great job locking up Derrick Henry. I didn't think they was going to do that. I don't even know we got 30 yards. Like it was an amazing effort by them. They got 38 yards. Burrocks. It's time for him to take over. But they have a big game in Kansas City. So we're going to find out if Burrow is really Mahomes' father. Well, because Tom Brady's already Mahomes' grandfather. So we need to see if Burrow is his father. We're going to find out. It's going to be a good game. Next week's slate of games look great.
Next week,
by the way. So we're going to have like a 2-hour long freaking show, basically, because we're not going to be able to stop talking about this game if they go as good as they should. Yeah, we're to the last one, I think. Packers and Eagles. Yeah, I didn't watch this game. I went to sleep. I know you did, so you can talk about it. The only thing I know is that the Eagles got as many rush yards. Where are they at? Basically, got more rush yards than Packers has yards, period. I know it's right.
I'm going to be honest with you. Jordan Love should just start the rest of the season.
That's the most obvious thing I've heard the entire week. What the hell's the point of playing this dude now? Now that he had a broken rib and a broken thumb, why are you here? Just leave. Go.
I mean, what's he gonna do anyway? Because if you think that Aaron Rodgers coming back next season to the Green Bay Packers, you forget about it.
No, I think he is. Because why would you say no to that money?
Huh?
Because why would you say no to that money? That's $50 million.
Trade his punk ass.
I was going to take it. Actually, a couple teams would take it.
A couple teams would take it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, a couple teams would take it. You know, like the Jets. No, I'm kidding.
No, they would.
I don't think they could afford that. No, actually, they probably could afford it because all the good players are young. They probably could. No, but they might get like Derek Carr or something instead. Yeah, I said it.
Derek Carr out of Vegas.
Yeah, they might get Derek Carr instead.
And that positive camp would have been pissed Devontae Adams. I was like, no, whatever.
He should have never left.
But other than that, there's not really much to say about this game. Like,
now, I'll say this then. I have this point. I was worried about the Eagles. Not saying that they're fake. I never said that. I was saying I was a little worried about them in the postseason because of the little down stint they were going on the last 2 weeks. But the fact that they were able, even I feel like the Packers may have just either this is a disgusting run defense or they let it happen more often than not. But the Eagles showing that they could run smash mouth down your throat with Miles Sanders the way he was doing it and Jalen Hurts, that made me feel a little better about how the offense can fare in really tough games in the playoffs. I feel better about them watching a little bit of this game. I only watched like a quarter. Like I barely watched the thing. So that's why I don't have much to say. Again, like you said, I don't think there's much to say. I think the writing's on the wall very easily. Packers suck. The Eagles ran down their throat. Aaron Rodgers got folded in half. And Jordan Love looked okay for like 10 snaps. Like, that's basically what it was. What's hilarious that they only won by like one score, which is absolutely insane to me. I don't even know how to make that. I don't think that I should take that very seriously.
I wouldn't.
But I don't know, people are going to be like, oh, they only won by one. I don't think I'll take that very seriously. But I do feel better about Philly. And they've actually played okay against the run, I believe, since that Washington game, which I guess will prove or at least show that it was an anomaly, that Washington game. It was just a bad day against division opponent. You know, division games, sometimes it looks like it shouldn't be part of this dimension, but apparently that was one of them. So I think the Eagles erased a lot of the doubts that they gotten after the Washington game and that small scare against Indianapolis. I think they're okay. I think they're fine. Could be all right. Interesting to see them in the postseason. Still not convinced that they'll do anything in the postseason. I still think this is San Francisco's conference to lose at this point, but that's my opinion. Yeah, I think we'll go. You got nothing to say?
Nope.
We're just ready to leave.
Yes. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe.
Not bad. We'll have a much better show on Friday. I swear to you. I promise you.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah.
Today's is a bad day.
That day I have to work. Yeah, everybody have to work too.
Yeah.
So make sure you like, share, subscribe, join the Facebook group, be part of the conversation. Thursday, well, are we doing a show Thursday for Bucketphoria?
They should be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. So Bucketphoria is on 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the My Sports Report and Sports Dynasty as well. And on Saturday is the ACE Shakedown. I will be back.
And we'll probably host it too.
Yeah, we'll probably host it most likely. Yes, I will be back. I'm not gonna let my job screw me out of this again, unless I have no choice. But other than that, I will be back. Back there, I have a lot of heat for y'all for my rant. I have a lot of heat for y'all. Other than that, peace, love, applesauce.
I have an idea for the AFC Shakedown. All right, yeah. Peace out, guys.